Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at the specs for a specific piece of hardware, the Thor Broadcast H-4HDMI-IPCast network encoder. And our mission really is to figure out how this one box shortcuts what can be a really complex streaming architecture.
Yeah.
Because it's more than just an encoder, right? It's being called the Video IP Transport Solution.
It is, exactly. And that's the key. When you're talking professional distribution, efficiency is just everything.
Right.
This unit is a big deal because it's basically its own IPTV streaming server, all built in.
Okay, so it's not just one step in the chain.
Not at all. Instead of having, say, 4 different encoders feeding into external servers, this box does it all. It captures, it encodes, and it distributes the video right onto the network.
Okay, so let's start with the hardware then, the density, the H4 in the name.
Okay.
That tells me it handles 4 HDMI inputs.
4 discrete inputs, yeah, and they have models that scale up to 8.
But with inputs, there's always that one big hurdle, right? Protected content. What about HDCP?
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, it handles it. The specs confirm full support for HDMI, HDCP.
So high bandwidth digital content protection.
Yep. Which means you can pull in feeds from set-top boxes, Blu-ray players, you name it. It's pretty much a non-negotiable feature for any pro application.
And it seems versatile, too. It's not just STBs.
No, anything from a PC to a smart TV. You can even feed it older analog NTSC video if you use an external converter.
So once that raw video is in, the real work starts. It looks like it does more than just pass the signal along. There's some customization happening.
Right. It adds a layer of branding at the source. It can insert a logo, captions.
Oh, I see it here, even a QR code directly into the stream.
Exactly. So the stream is basically ready for public consumption right out of the box. And you manage all of that through a web GUI, a network management system or NMS.
Which is critical if you're managing these things remotely.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's get to the core of it, the encoding. It's using MPEG-4 ABCH.264, which, is the global standard. Smart move for compatibility.
It is.
But I see it has both CVR and VBR rate modes, constant and variable bit rate. When would an installer pick one over the other?
Well, that choice really comes down to managing your network traffic.
Okay.
CBR, the constant bit rate, is for when predictability is king. The bandwidth use is rock steady, even if the quality has to fluctuate a tiny bit.
So, like a steady pipe.
A steady pipe, exactly. VBR is the opposite. It prioritizes consistent quality, so it lets the bitrate spike up to 13 Mbps for really complex scenes.
I see. And the audio is similar, with LCAC and the more efficient ATAAC. Again, a trade-off between quality and bandwidth.
Precisely. It's all about giving the operator choices.
The flexibility is amazing, but the thing that really feels like the genius of this hardware is the output stage. It doesn't just push out one kind of IP stream, it does multiple protocols simultaneously.
That's the game changer.
So running UDP, RTSP, RTMP, HTTP, and HLS all at once. Why is that such a crucial feat of engineering?
Because it solves the fragmentation problem of modern streaming in one box.
Explain that.
Well, if you're building a network, you need flexibility. UDP might be for your fast internal multicast to a bunch of set-top boxes on a local network. But then RTMP is what your classic streaming server needs. And HLS. Well, HLS is the standard for streaming to every iPhone, Android, and smart TV out there.
So you don't need a whole downstream rack of expensive transcoders to adapt the stream for every single device.
You don't. This one Thor unit takes that high-quality 1080p 60 frames per second input and pre-packages it for every major platform, all at once.
It turns the encoder into a streamlined, high-density distribution center.
That's the perfect way to put it.
So wrapping this up for you, the listener, what does this all mean? I think the key takeaway is that powerful combo of high-density 4, maybe even 8, inputs in one unit, and that comprehensive simultaneous protocol support. It's an architectural shortcut to flexible multi-platform video without a ton of complexity.
It is, and it leaves you with a really interesting thought to consider. Given that a single device like this can handle up to 8 inputs and spit out all those IP streams at the same time, just think about how much hidden infrastructure, how many layers of encoding and distribution are working behind the scenes just to deliver that smooth, multi-channel IP service that you use every single day. It's a huge iceberg of computing power, really, just below the surface.